Hello, everyone, and welcome to the first episode of our Ask the Expert podcast. Today, we're joined by Principal Dean Dennis. It's good to have you.
Well, I'm glad to be part of the first podcast coming out of Salem High School.
Yeah, it's exciting. All right, we're going to get right into the school-related questions. First up, we have Tanner Tessier from Mr. Adams Advisory asks, what are your goals for the school, and what would your ideal school environment look like?
Well, that's great questions, Tanner. I just want to let you know, short term, it's really about enhancing the student experience at Salem High School. That has always been my vision, from a short-term standpoint, but also really looking at developing our current advisory. While we've started it and we're in the inaugural year of offering it, I really want to enhance that and look at opportunities and how we could better that experience for the students. But really looking at the ideal Salem High School is really a school that's all-inclusive, offers opportunities for all students, break down those walls, where students embrace the differences of one another and has a tremendous respect for each other for those differences. So that's really what I look forward to as far as what my ideal high school would look like.
All right. David Habenich from Mrs. Moralt's Advisory wants to know, what is your favorite thing about being a principal, and what is your least favorite thing?
Oh, this is from David. David, the best thing is the energy from students. Seeing students that maybe don't have it all together in their 9th and 10th grade year, and they take advantage of opportunities that we have here, and the growth that happens over the course of 4 years is the most powerful thing, and that is what I embrace most when it comes to principal. Now, my least favorite is I cannot manage the beast of emails, and I can't keep up with them. It's supposed to be something that's supposed to be more efficient for us, quick, and unfortunately I need someone to guide me and navigate me through the best practices of working through my inbox.
Do you get a lot of spam emails?
God, I wish I had spam ones. Those are the ones I take pride in and hitting the delete button because those are quick.
Yeah. All right. Well, Sarah Ricard and Elizabeth Gagnon from Mr. Adams Advisory wants to know if seniors could ever have more privileges like open campus for lunch.
Well, Sarah and Elizabeth, I have to break the bad news to you. As much as I had that experience of an open campus as a student, even my old high school has gone to a closed campus because of liability reasons. I think we should really look at opportunities, beyond lunch. If we can't do lunch, what are some other privileges? And I challenge you to meet with me and others, and are there opportunities in the building that we could, potentially look at as far as privileges for seniors?
I know. I wish we could have open campus for lunch.
I would love that. I could have someone go to Dunkin' Donuts for me and bring that back to me. It would be a nice opportunity if we did have an open campus.
Speaking of Dunkin' Donuts, Carly Demers from Mr. Slobing's Advisory would like to know what your Dunks order is.
Oh, wow. Carly will be disappointed that I don't do Dunks very often. I spend more time grabbing gift cards for the Pride cards on Friday than I do ordering. But if I must, it's got to be anything cold brew. And I've also had my eyes on that pumpkin swirl that they've been advertising, and maybe I'm missing out big time when it comes to that, but God, it looks so good. It's like dessert.
It is. All right, we're going to go into some personal questions now. Jack Marconi from Miss Ramsdell's Advisory would like to know, when you were in high school, what clubs, activities, or extracurriculars were you involved in?
Jack, I will say that there was no one particular club or extracurricular activity that I was involved with, but I will say that I was involved in many things. So if a particular club was offering an opportunity and they were sponsoring a dance, or the class council was inviting other members to come and help decorate the float, I was there. Loved it. I loved everything about the high school experience, even though I was not a member. But those are all the extracurricular things that I think shaped me, and then I enjoyed the high school experience, not only just due to my classes, but being around friends at those events.
James Brock from Major Blazek's Advisory wants to know if you played any sports in high school.
James, I played baseball. That was the only sport that I played. I went through all through high school and played a couple of years in college.
Wow. Now, I hear there's a story about a rubber duck. Would you like to tell us this story?
God, I'm thinking that you've maybe connected with my mother about this story, but you have some insight to this. But as far as extracurricular, and while I have no theater background, no skills when it comes to being on stage, I did have an opportunity to walk out in front of a large audience with a towel wrapped around me singing to My Rubber Ducky. And obviously I would act as if I was jumping into a bathtub and put the towel over the edge of the bathtub and went into singing that portion of Rubber Ducky. My claim to fame.
That's pretty impressive. Takes a lot of guts. All right, we're going to go into some rapid-fire questions, super quick. Sarah Habib from Ms. Horai's Advisory wants to know when your birthday is. Sarah's is in February.
Wow. I appreciate you asking, Sarah. It's January 29th.
Wow. Taha Tariq from Mr. Bolster's Advisory wants to know, if you could eat only one food for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Taha, anything Mexican.
Anthony McCaffrey from Mr. Carter's Advisory would like to know what your favorite song is.
Favorite song is Our Love by The Outfield.
Liana Villafranca from Mrs. Gilbert's Advisory would like to know, what is your favorite animal?
Liana, I love the hedgehog that's in Miss Tobin's class. The cutest thing ever.
All right. And Michaela Bellavia from Bouge's Advisory and Molly Mosto from Miss Tenor's Advisory want to know, how do you feel about your upcoming Pie in the Face?
I'm glad that you ask. Anything for a cause. I was pulling for Bouge to obviously come in first. And by the fact of $2 or $3, I am the person. And again, anything for a cause and raise money for the course program.
Of course, and we appreciate it. I was the one who had to count all that money. It was very close.
It was, and you kept me pretty as far as you were giving me constant updates to find out where I was as far as the other staff members.
I was playing my hand. I know if you knew you were up, you'd come to 20.
Yeah, I know. It was good marketing scheme.
Anything to help the chorus. All right. Well, that's all the time that we have for you guys today. Thank you so much for joining us.
Alyssa, thanks for having me.